Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Shout out to my boy. Shout out to Night Rider on the track. All right. Y'all have not heard, man. Um, got a couple of producers on the AFN crew. Shout out to my boy Ty and Night Rider. They bless the panel, and we got a few other projects in the making. So shout out to our talented brothers, Night Rider and Ty, the one and only Loch Ness. Um, but this particular video, you see the title. I didn't stutter. So, I mean, I actually want to give. I thought about it. I really thought about it before I actually, decided to go live with this. I really wanted to speak on it, but I didn't know if I wanted to do it in podcast form, um, or I wanted to do this, in live form. But I think everybody agrees, for the most part. I think I like to think I'm a little bit better at freestyling and not so much with the script. So I'm gonna bless y'all with no script today. I'm gonna bless y'all with no script today. Y'all see the topic. I didn't fucking stutter. All right, I didn't stutter whatsoever. Um, and I really wanted to talk about this because it's something that needs to be talked about. I don't think enough people want to admit to this being a problem, but I think there's a major problem in regards to fans in the state of Georgia. Yeah, and I know I'm probably gonna get disowned by a lot of Georgia fans for this, but I really don't care, um, because at some point they need to be called out. Let's keep that real. A lot of Georgia fans need to be called out, and it's arrogance is it's a lot of things, but it's something that Kevin thought would be a good topic. So shout out to him, Sandra. Shout out to y'all. Um, like I said, y'all help me give ideas, and this AFN Unholy Alliance crew, it goes deep. So a lot of these ideas don't necessarily come from me. It's something that I talk about. We'll say something in passing, and then I'll say, yeah, that's a good idea. So let me speak on it. Um, and I have to speak on this. Okay, I gotta speak on it. Um, because like I don't like to be. See, I get. I'm not a person that does well with rules. Okay, I'm just not a person that does well with too many rules. Like I can deal with a couple rules here and there, but rules and Mad Mike does just don't. I've never really done rules well at all. All right. Um, I think it's time. I think it's time. It's time to speak on it because I think this is it's serious. It's a serious issue. There's a serious issue between the Atlanta Falcons fan base and the Georgia fan base, and a lot of the people that are currently, and still, um, Georgia fans. Like I said, I'm a huge Georgia fan, despite what people might think. But I'm a huge Georgia fan. But um, a lot of Georgia fans got big egos, and they have it in their head that Georgia players reign supreme. I just want to know where all that talk about Jaylen Carter went. Just gonna be real. Where's that talk when Jaylen Carter has gone? Yeah, I'm going there. Where's all this talk about Jaylen Carter? The Falcons were stupid, dumb, ignorant for going after Jaylen Carter, for not going after Jaylen Carter. Like, where is all that going? Hmm. I really want to know. Like, this is a serious question. Where has that talk gone? Yasuke, what's good, pimp? It's like where has all that talk gone? This is a serious question, y'all. Because from the looks of it, by the numbers, can anybody tell me where the Atlanta Falcons rank versus where the Philadelphia Eagles rank in defense? Anybody want to talk about that? Or we want to ignore that? D. Sloan, Yasuke, Slim Pickens, Dre Murphy, Pamela Jones. How you doing? Pamela, how you doing? Keyshawn Vlad. So where's all that? Where's all that talk going? Hey, I don't see people talking about that anymore. Why? Why aren't they talking about that? Just saying, like he would have made the defense 10 times better. That's what I was told. I was told by the masses that drafting Jaylen Carter would have made this defense elite. From what I was told. I mean, that's what I was told, right? Jaylen Carter would make this team that much better. But it hasn't happened. Drafting all those Georgia Bulldogs players would just bypass, the issues like as far as chemistry, and these guys was just so that much more talented than anybody in the draft. Jaylen Carter was a no doubter. Yeah. I mean, that's what I was told, right? That Jaylen Carter was that much. The Falcons was stupid for not drafting him. The Falcons were dumb for not drafting Jordan Davis. And yes, did Mike want it? Yes. But from what I was told, the Falcons were dumb for not having it. The defense wouldn't do anything, and the Falcons were just ignorant for not dumb. But all that talk is gone. And I constantly get attacked by Georgia Bulldogs creators who feel as though that the Falcons made some of the dumbest things, the dumbest mistakes passed up on Jaylen Carter, even though Jaylen Carter in Philadelphia, he isn't putting up the same numbers or not the same expectations, um, and just like he's not putting up the same effort that you would think. And I have a logical explanation for that. The explanation for that is he's young. He's still learning the game. Yeah. Jaylen Carter is young and he's still learning the game. So Matt Mike is not going to be like most people. I'm not going to bypass the fact that Jaylen Carter, Jordan Davis, these guys are still learning the game. I'm not going to bypass that. I'm not going to bypass the fact that, I truly believe that these guys with the skill set and the time that they could quite possibly be like I truly believe these guys can, be good defenses. But I was told that if they drafted him, that would make the world a difference. So my thing is if that's the case, then why is it working? Why isn't it working for Philadelphia? If they knew how to develop players and they would get immediate results, it's like, why is it happening for them? Everybody knows what they're doing in regards to drafting players and playing players and developing players. Everybody knows what they're doing except for the Atlanta Falcons. So if it's not working for the Philadelphia Eagles drafting these Georgia Bulldogs players, so why in the freaking hell is it a issue? Why are we pretending like Georgia players is just the end all be all? If you don't draft a Georgia player, you're fucking scum of the earth. Name a player in the league right now that is a difference maker for his team, and one of the reasons why the offense or defense is elite good. Because I see problems in Pittsburgh. Anybody know this guy named George Pickens? Anybody know that guy? Because I was told that if you draft one player, if you trade for one player, these players would be the difference between good and failures. I was told if you just draft or trade for a guy or sign one guy, that one guy will be the difference. I mean, I was told this. I mean, you guys write this under these comments and in the live shows. Y'all do this almost every day. If we get Justin Fields, if we get Jaylen Carter, if we get George Pickens, this would make the Falcons an immediate Super Bowl contender, an immediate playoff contender. This would completely turn the offense around. This is what I was told. This is what we were told as content creators, as fans of the. If we draft this guy, if we did this, then that's what make this team that much better. So what the fuck is going on in Pittsburgh? Somebody tell me. Anybody want to tell me about that Pittsburgh offense? Anybody want to tell me about that Pittsburgh offense? How's that offense looking with George Pickens? Anybody want to talk about that? And see, here's this brain dead Kenneth. Look, come on, bro. You gotta stop being brain dead. I need you to get off your coochie cutters, okay? I need you to get off them coochie meds and use your brain for a second, okay? Like that, like anybody that's try to demean or just try to like simplify football is just like, come on, stop. That's a brain dead. That's the most idiotic way to try to justify whether a team is developing guys or a team is getting better. That's the most idiotic, dumbest way to just say, oh, who's got a winning record? That's what 2 years old. Oh, I got two of them. You only got one. I got two. Look, anybody can do that. That's the most brain dead shit I could ever say. Oh, see, man, they got a better record than the Falcons. Man, of course they have. They've been together. That team has been together longer than the Falcons. What the fuck's wrong with y'all? Is that a logical way to just say, oh my God, man, this team got more wins than the Falcons. They obviously know what they're doing. So if they know what they're doing, and all the defensive guys that they said were supposed to be the difference makers for the Atlanta Falcons, why aren't these players the difference makers for their own fucking team? Anybody want to explain that, Kenneth? I would love to hear your explanation for that, Kenneth. So if the defense isn't the best part of that Philadelphia Eagles team, why are the Philadelphia Eagles number one? Why are they winning, Kenneth? I'm waiting for Kenneth because he said, the fucking, oh my God, Mike, you're an idiot, Mike. The Philadelphia Eagles have a better record than the Falcons. So tell me why do the Philadelphia Eagles have a better record than the Atlanta Falcons? Oh, Mike, that's so stupid, Mike. The Philadelphia Eagles have a better record than the Atlanta Falcons. You're an idiot, Mike. Team effort. See, the key word was that. You see, Kenneth, I knew you had a brain. I knew you had a brain, brother. You said the key word, team. Come on, Kenneth. I knew you were smart, dog. See, that's what I'm talking about. Team. All that bullshit that you said after that don't even matter, okay? This is why we're doing this live show. This is why I'm doing this live show. Because we try to dumb shit down to just, if we draft this player, or if we bring in this head coach, if we draft a trade for this quarterback, everything is gonna be all right. Nah. No, everything is not gonna be all right if we just draft a quarterback. Everything is not gonna be all right if we just sign a free agent. Everything is not going to be all right if we just sign a head coach. It's not going to be all right. Why? Because you still have to go through the process. Team. The Philadelphia Eagles are one of the most complete teams in the NFL. You see where I'm going, Kenneth? I love you, brother, but this is where we got to stop the bullshit. Okay, this is why I've been so fucking pissed off a lot lately, is because we're on the bullshit, people. We like to sit up here and dumb shit down to say, if Arthur Smith just goes better, please, then they will catch the ball. How the fuck is it Arthur Smith calling a play is going to make Kyle Pitts run a better route? How is it he calling a fucking play is going to make, guess what? Who? Mac Hollins catch the damn ball. How is it you're going to call a play and make Caleb McGarry and all those guys up front block better? How the fuck is that supposed to happen? How is him calling the goddamn play is going to make them block better? You see what I'm saying, people? I'm just, see, the thing is, I want you to, I want you guys to listen to the words that come out of y'all mouths. In this case, what you type. How in the bloody hell is Arthur Smith calling better plays is going to make these guys give 100%? I want to know that. Did you think Ray Lewis needed somebody to tell him to play hard? Like, this is a real fucking question. Do you think that he needed a fucking pep talk from his head coach to go out there and be Ray Lewis? Did you need him? Did you really think that he needed his defensive coordinator to say up here and say, look, read this and check this out. Look at this, Ray. Fuck no. Ray wanted it. Do you think Jerry Rice? Do you think Bill Walsh and all those guys, Steve Mariucci, all those guys needed to tell T.O. to sit up and do some fucking sit-ups and run routes better? Do you think T.O. needed that shit? So why is it that we need our head coach to sit up here and have a whole fucking pep talk with Kyle Pitts and whomever on that damn. You think he needed a fucking pep talk to tell Bijan Robinson to catch the damn ball and stop flopping and stop dropping balls and turn around and look for the pass? Do we need our offensive coordinator to call a play to make these guys actually throw to the right fucking open guy? Like what plays in the damn playbook is going? Look, this is not how real world works. This is not how football works. If I have to tell you as a quarterback that stop fucking around on your routes on multiple occasions, I don't fucking want you on my team. I do not want to tell Kyle Pitts 20 damn times to stop fucking around on his routes and turn the fuck around and run with something. I don't even know what he's doing out there. So how many damn plays is Arthur going to call to make Kyle Pitts run? And I'm not just saying Kyle Pitts. This is for all these players. You think there's a plays in the book that Arthur can call that's going to say, oh my God, man, this is going to make Caleb McGarry goddamn block better? See, these are the things that I really want us to really focus on. And this is why guys like Bill Parcells are legendary coaches. They don't take the bullshit. They don't bullshit with their players. If the players do their damn job, they have nothing to complain about. Have you ever heard? You can go right now on YouTube, okay? It's on there. You heard this man, LT, Lawrence Taylor, said verbatim. He said, this man in practice, Bill Parcells got on my ass every fucking day. Every day of the week. Every day of the week. Every day. Every practice, every second. He just clowned him and tried to do everything possible to get in his behind so he can become a better player. He ragged him. He complained about him. He pushed him when he didn't need to be pushed. He did everything possible to do his job, and he did his job right. But Bill Parcells was like, look, bro, I know what type of potential you have. So I'm going to keep pushing and keep pushing and keep pushing and keep pushing. Finally, LT said, look, Bill, get the fuck off my back. Say either trade me or cut me, but get the fuck off my back. And guess what Bill Parcells said? Bill Parcells said, look, okay, you want me to get off your back? But if you fuck up one time, I'm getting right back on it. And guess what Lawrence Taylor did after that? He said right after that, you never heard from Bill Parcells again. Why? Because he did his fucking job. He didn't need a head coach. Okay? He did not need a head coach to tell him how to play his position. LT wanted it. Lawrence Taylor wanted it. He didn't need his head coach jumping in his ass every 5 seconds. Why? Because he wanted to be great. This is what my issue is with this Atlanta Falcons team. Regardless of these guys are young, I want to see guys want it. I don't see these players wanting it. If you wanted it, it don't matter what you call. You can call a fucking halfback dive the most simplest fucking plays in the universe. This is one of the most simplest plays in the freaking universe. And Blackberry, that's my thing, bro. I shouldn't have. My thing is, yes. Have I been upset with Arthur Smith calls at times? Of course. But as a player, man, I'm just going to tell you, look, Kobe Bryant said this shit time and time again. Kobe said, give me the goddamn ball, get the fuck up out my way. Let me do this. He didn't need his goddamn coach. He didn't need Phil Jackson to tell him to give him the ball, demand the ball. Why? Because he was Kobe fucking Bryant and he wanted to be great. Michael Jordan, LeBron James, all these guys don't need a damn coach to tell them what to do in order to put forth the effort. Fuck that. If I gotta fucking kiss and smack his ass every goddamn 2 seconds to make him, to try to get Kyle Pitts motivated, get the fuck off my team. Get that son bitch off. I don't give a fuck if I gave 2 fucking first round picks off from this guy. Get him the fuck off my team, because I don't want to be babysitting a grown ass 24, 25-year-old man. I gotta sit up here and try to motivate and call the right plays because he don't like this play and he don't like this guy. He in this spot and he don't want to block and he don't want to do this. Fuck that. Get the fuck off my team. If I gotta motivate you, if I gotta sit there and pat you on the damn back in order for you to become great, get the fuck off my team. Like, and see, this is the shit that like really pisses me off with these punk ass fucking analysts who are fucking athletes. Y'all making all these fucking excuses for these sorry, lazy ass players. They don't fucking want it like Tom Brady. Y'all can say we can say whatever the fuck we can say about him goddamn cheating, and they some cheating son bitches. But Tom Brady's sloop-footed ass was out there in the middle of the goddamn, the running up fucking hills. He can't run. He can barely run a fucking 5 flat. But you saw his ass working day after day after day after day on the same fucking plays, on the same fucking drops, on the same fucking sprints, doing the same thing. He wanted to be fucking great. And we sitting up here wondering why this motherfucker got 6 Super Bowls. Because he fucking wanted it. And we up here sitting up here talking about Arthur Smith need to fucking call some better plays. Have you seen how cut LeBron James is? Anybody seen how cut Triple H is? Anybody seen how cut The Rock is? Because they fucking wanted it. And if I, as a fucking head coach, gotta sit up here and babysit these punk-ass, spoiled, rotten-ass goddamn players to motivate him to run a fucking route, get the fuck off my team. It is despicable to sit up here and see these fans because you like the way he runs. You like the way he runs. Do, do, do. Fuck that. I don't give a fuck what school he went to. I don't give a damn about none of that shit. If I have to motivate a player, get off my team. What are we really talking about? When are we going to hold these players accountable? Y'all jumped on my shit because I said Desmond Ridder wasn't as bad as we thought he was. Does he have problems? Abso-fucking-lutely. You say, Mike, man, how the hell can you do Desmond Ridder is not it. Desmond Ridder is not it. I told you Desmond Ridder was not it. And what was my response? I ain't got shit to say. I ain't got shit to say. Too many turnovers. I ain't got nothing to say. How can I defend Desmond Ridder? He's making all these turnovers and all this shit. I can't defend him. It's nothing I can say that'll make that situation true. He's a turnover machine. So until he understands that he can't do that, I look stupid. He's a failure. Until Desmond Ridder fixes that issue, he's a fucking failure. We want to hold these guys accountable, but with guys like Kyle Pitts, who got all the fucking potential and all the fucking skills in the world, he out here running goddamn 5 foot flat. And we saying, oh, he don't like the play calls. Man, get out of here with that coward ass shit, man. See, Keyshawn, that's the thing. Like when you look at certain players, you know that they play with a different mindset. I already said, look, I would in a heartbeat. I would trade Kyle Pitts for Brock Bowers in a heartbeat. Why? Because it's not even the skill set. Brock Bowers just want it, man. You can see it. That dude played with a different mindset. He is different. It's almost like looking at Rob Gronkowski. Those guys just play they just play differently. They want it. I do not want to see my best players loafing. I have never in my life seen Roddy White loafing. I've never in my life seen Julio Jones loafing on plays. On multiple plays, back to 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 back games before. Every time I look at Kyle Pitts, he's loafing. He's not giving his all. And our response to thing is, guess what? Well, Arthur Smith, he need to call better plays. One thing I can say about Drake, and what I think Drake is supposed to be a star in this game. I'm not gonna go as far as to say he's a superstar, but I see improvement in his game. He understands spacing. He's starting to understand spacing. He's starting to understand his routes and how to use his size. You can see the growth in Drake London. The dude is poised to be a great receiver for the Atlanta Falcons. A dominant receiver for the Atlanta Falcons. When I look at Kyle Pitts, I don't see nothing. The dude disappears. I don't want to hear this shit about look. If you playing tight end and you disappear, that's your fucking fault. Why? Because look, I'm a chop blocker motherfucker. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna hit somebody after the whistle or something. I'm gonna be heard and I'm gonna be seen. It's times I don't even know if Kyle Pitts even on the fucking field. Do we ever wonder where is Bijan Robinson? Do we ever wonder where is Tyler Algier? Do we ever wonder that? Do we ever wonder when CP is on the field? Where is he? We don't ever wonder when Tyler Algier. Do we ever wonder if Tyler Algier is giving his 100% effort? Do we ever wonder that? This is a serious question. When have you ever wondered if Tyler Algier is giving his 100% effort? Have we ever wondered if Drake London is giving his all? Have we ever wondered if Bijan Robinson is giving his all? I mean, as bad as Desmond Ridder has played, do we ever truly say that? Are we talking about whether or not he's giving his all? Do you think we can pack his Pitts? I don't want to get rid of him. But if he's not gonna try to get rid of him, but I don't want that. Look, I do not want that on. I don't want it on my team. I don't want it near me. Anybody know me? Like sometimes I'm a little bit too much of a hard ass when it comes down to AFN. I jump in Sam and everybody ass when it comes down to their shows and being properly Blackbeard. We all can tell you I'm a little bit overbearing at times. I don't like a loser mentality. I don't like motherfuckers that don't work hard. I don't want that shit nowhere near me. I would rather for you not to be educated in that area or, not as good. But when I see you not trying, that shit burns my fucking gears. You don't even fucking try. I don't want losers nowhere near me. And when I look at Kyle Pitts, I see a fucking loser. I really hope he sees this. Somebody tag him in this. I really do. When I look at Kyle Pitts, I don't see a winner. I see a fucking loser and somebody who's content. When I look at Arthur Smith on the sidelines, at least the motherfucker look like he trying. He may be looking lost as hell on that, looking at that damn spreadsheet. He looks lost as hell. But at least he look like he fucking trying to goddamn find a play. Kyle Pitts looking like he's just like, just another play. So Mike, everybody want to talk about, but this is about the Georgia Bulldogs and whether or not, Falcons fans, Georgia fans are just like, are you really obsessed with Justin Fields? And I think this is not just a Justin Fields, because I want to make that clear. I think there's a clear obsession with Atlanta, Georgia fans. I don't think this has anything to do with whether or not guys are actually good, but there's an obsession. There's a sense of entitlement in regards to Georgia fans. They think Georgia fans feel like it's the best of the best, and if you go to Georgia, you're going to automatically be the best. That's just not true. I've said time and time again that Justin Fields has a lot of problems. I told y'all for years that this man cannot go through his progressions properly. You're going to see moments of brilliance from Justin Fields, but what's keeping him back is his inconsistent. He's a fucking idiot when it comes down to it. I hate to say it like that, but he's a fucking moron. Is he getting better? Yes. But a quarterback, you talking about going in third, fourth year, third year? And we still talking about whether or not this guy can go through his progressions properly. Got problems. Not everybody that comes to Georgia is gonna be a superstar. Not everybody can be like Champ Bailey. Okay. Not everybody can be Todd Gurley. Not everybody can be Matthew Stafford. Not everybody can be George Pickens. These guys are pretty good fucking guys. Nobody ever be Hines Ward. Like, not everybody can be that. Not everybody be Richard Seymour. Most of the players that come to the NFL from Georgia, they fucking suck. So why are we giving the Atlanta Falcons so much hell because of Justin Fields? He has not done anything. He's not a winner. He's a loser. We're trying to give Garrison Hurst. Like, we're trying to give away all of these picks for a guy that has not done a damn thing. What the fuck has Justin Fields ever won for us to give up a second round and a first round pick? He ain't did shit. I want you guys to truly hear me. Why the fuck are we giving away a second round and a first rounder for a guy who they giving away? They don't even want Justin Fields. No team that wants a guy puts him on the trading block. How many times have you heard the Atlanta Falcons are shipping Matt Ryan? How many times have you heard the Atlanta Falcons are trading Michael Vick? You never heard that shit. They were forced to get rid of Michael Vick, but they wanted Michael Vick. No team that actually wants a guy and believes in a guy are going to trade him. He's not good. He fucking sucks. He's an average at best quarterback. It's not worth a second. It's not worth a first. I'm not doing it. He didn't smoke shit, okay? I don't know what fucking smoke y'all be talking about. Most of y'all smoking pine trees, but what the fuck did he smoke? Have you ever played football in fucking snow? Like, have you ever played football in the snow? The Falcons don't, most teams in the NFL don't play in cold weather when it's raining and the wind blowing and all that shit. Most of y'all won't even come out your fucking cars, but you sit up here trying to tell them to go play football in the fucking snow. I ain't finna play in no goddamn snow. I don't like snow. I don't like the cold weather. It's cold. It's raining, and you said you trying to tell the Falcons to go play out 100%. Like, come on, bro. They used to that weather out there. They've done this. That shit hurt when you get hit. And look, when you get hurt in that cold weather, that shit hurt. That shit don't hurt. That shit hurt. Okay? Hurt. That shit hurt. Don't tell me about playing football and that shit hurt, bruh. He didn't smoke a damn thing, okay? Justin Fields is going to do everything they always do. The Falcons defense did not want to be there. It was clear to me that they did not want to be out there in that cold weather. He had some good numbers. But like what really did it for the Bears, they had 192 yards rushing, bro. The Falcons barely give that up. They one of the better rush defense teams in the league, bro. The Falcons did not want to be there. It's like I said, it's one thing to be playing in the rain, but it's a whole nother thing where it's cold, windy, and snowing. Nonetheless, nevertheless, we got our ass destroyed. But they had 192 yards rushing. And he had a pretty good day. They had 432 yards total. Falcons don't give up that much. They give up somewhere between 300 yards a game. Again, the Falcons just, like I said, they just don't give that up. But like I said, at the end of the day, man, it's like y'all, we're putting these guys on a pedestal who has not done a damn thing. We keep talking about potential. Potential ain't nothing. You ain't saying nothing. Potential is nothing more than shit you ain't even done yet. We praising motherfuckers for shit they haven't even done yet. We putting all these guys on a pedestal for nothing, for stuff they have not done yet. How many times a quarterback is thrown for 268 as a backup? I done seen backup players put up 268 yards. That ain't fucking torching the Falcons. I done seen Ryan Fitzpatrick put it up. What is torch? See, maybe that's the issue. It's like, maybe that's the issue. Y'all think putting up 37 points and then hell, like I said, like, I mean, let's keep this real. Desmond Ridder don't have games like that this year. Nobody gave him credit. Y'all said he was the worst quarterback in the NFL history, and then we turn around, you got Taylor Heineke had 10 for 29. Y'all said Desmond Ridder was the worst quarterback in Falcons history. And then you saw Taylor Heineke totally blew up the shit. Like, how can I trust anything y'all say when y'all say stuff like that? How can I take you seriously when you say that Desmond is the worst quarterback in NFL in Falcons history? Okay? And by the way, if he runs for one more touchdown, a couple more touchdowns, he'll tie and break Michael Vick's touchdown record. But yeah, he's the worst quarterback in Falcons history. Desmond Ridder put up those exact same numbers that that Justin Fields put up. I mean, you can go look for yourself. He's done that. For the most part, their numbers outside of the rushing numbers, like outside of the rushing, almost identical. He's done that. He did. He put up 268 yard pass. Everybody say he was trash. When Justin Fields do it, guess what? He torched the Falcons. So now we praising guys for putting up 268 yards. Look, there was no pressure from that Falcon defense. That man was just dancing. I mean, this not even just the Falcons. The Bears defense, they weren't even getting to the quarterback. It's so goddamn cold, and the field is so terrible. Like, we saw Justin Fields just standing in the pocket. We saw Taylor Heinicke just standing in the pocket. So, like, this is one of those games, bro. It's like, look, you're going to have to run the ball. You're going to have to play, the team that's used to that type of weather typically wins that game. Matt Flynn threw for Daniel. Oh, my God, brother. That right there. Daniel, we talking about Matt Flynn threw for 400 yards and 6 touchdowns, but you never heard from him since. Great stat, brother. Yeah, nobody's talking about how bad Taylor Heinicke was. But y'all rather put Desmond Ridder on a fucking crucifix. This motherfucker was 10 for 29. 3 interceptions. Y'all ain't throw him on the crucifix. Y'all ain't bound, tie, and gag that motherfucker. Y'all try to bury goddamn Desmond Ridder alive. He did. If he would have done that, his ass would have been buried alive. They'd probably be singing that song. Want it dead or alive. Look, come on. Y'all know that damn. You know it's true. If Desmond Ridder would have put up those numbers, y'all ass would have put him in the fucking crew. Y'all would have put his ass in the damn ground. Taylor Heinicke, nobody want to speak on it. Nobody petitioning to get Taylor Heinicke off the fucking team. Y'all want to petition to get Desmond Ridder and Arthur Smith off the fucking team. But when Desmond Ridder does it, it's a fucking problem. Everything is Desmond Ridder's fault. This man putting up pedestrian numbers, average numbers, and y'all want to give him $200 million to come to the Atlanta Falcons, Justin Fields. What has this man done to gain this type of respect? He's never won what has he ever won? I really want people to, nobody can tell me what the fuck, why do you want him? All I'm hearing is always, if he was with this player and he was with Kyle Pitts and he had these weapons. Motherfuckers, look, how many times we gonna talk about what if? And yes, the Jets did release Dalvin Cook. He fucking sucks anyway. So he's old and done. I mean, like Blackberry, I can't even say that. I can't even say Justin Fields getting better. Because he'll have a game where he looks good and then he'll revert right back to himself. That's that like consistency. Look, we gotta stop with the he had a good game against the team and he looked good against this thing. That's not a good sign of improving. That's not a sign of improving. That's where the bullshit. I call bullshit on everything. On anybody who say that this man is improving, he's not improving. You can't have a 268 game and then the next game you pass for 175 yards. Don't give me this improving shit. He's not improving. He doing exactly what he always do. Be him. He's pedestrian. This is why Chicago won him. Because one game he passed for 250 plus, close to 100-yard rushing. And the next damn game he passed for 175 yards. That's not improving. That is not improving whatsoever. I don't know how is that improving. Somebody explain that to me. Because I don't understand. Maybe it's me. It's me. It's me. It's the MIKE. Because maybe I'm not getting it. Because I don't recall guys passing for 175 yards and we saying he improvement. When the fuck does that happen? Don't tell me he's improving when he have a good game and then he revert right back to himself. Don't tell me he's improving, because he's not. He's doing exactly what he always does. He shows potential and then he reverts right back to who he is. I thought greatness was supposed to be all about consistency. That's what improving is. Improving is when you're consistent. Improving when you're averaging 25 points a game in basketball and 25, like you get 25 and you get 25 and then you get 25 and then you get 23 and then you get 28, then you get 23 and then you get, that's consistency. Like I gotta stop beating around the bush. Me personally, I'm not gonna beat around the bush anymore. We gotta stop putting these players on pedestal and say they're improving when they're not improving. They're showing flashes. Improving is when you consistently put up numbers. You consistently get after the quarterback. You consistently get sacks. You consistently shut guys down. That's what improving is. Improving is not something that you see one game and no, that's not fucking improving. Desmond ain't improving. That's why his ass is on the bench. Arthur Smith's job is on the line. He ain't fucking improving. We gotta stop. Like, just because we see games where guys are pretty good and they show that they can put it together and they can do this, doesn't necessarily mean they're improving. There's no such thing as improving and then you go right back to doing the bullshit that you got put down for the first time. This is the reason why Desmond is sitting on the fucking bench, because he keep fumbling and what he did when he got in the game. Granted that it wasn't his fault, but this is why his ass is sitting on the damn bench to begin with. He's a fucking turnover machine. He's bad luck. I hated to say it like this, but Desmond fucking bad luck. Every time he's on the fucking field, he dropped the ball, throw a floppy ass interception, some goofy crazy shit happened. That's just the fucking facts. My frustration is that we give people who look good in spots way too much credit for for things that they have not deserved yet. You don't deserve to say improving until you show me consistency. Until you can show me that you can consistently do such and such, that's not improving. You just show me, all you telling me is you're capable. Maybe I could one day get there. That's all you telling me. It's way too many excuses. If we gonna get down on Arthur Smith, we need to do the same thing for these fucking players. I heard this time and time again how Arthur Smith, 7-10, 7-10, 7-10 is not improving. We need to get rid of them. And then here we go. We see the same thing with these players. They put in the same effort, give us the same numbers, and say, "Yep, they improving." No, we got to keep that same energy, bro. That's not improving. Strapped up, what's up? Great content once again. I'm not against bringing in Justin Fields. I think he has similar issues to Ritter. I would rather go Jayden Daniels and see what we have with him. And quite frankly, there are ties with Jayden Daniels. I'm not against it. I got to look more. I've been looking at Michael Penix, and I'll give my take on Michael Penix shortly in the near future. But there's some good things and some bad things that I've seen from Michael Penix. But Jayden Daniels, in my like I've said this time and time again, and people totally disagree. I mean, they don't like the fact that I'm saying this, but he has a lot of similarities to Desmond Ritter. The thing that separates him from Desmond Ritter, he has a little bit more strength as far as his deep ball is concerned. He's a little bit more accurate as far as the deep ball is concerned. He's a much better athlete and an open field runner than Desmond Ritter is. He has more confidence in his abilities than Desmond Ritter is, and they share almost identical as far as their tendencies and their weaknesses as far as how they throw the ball. The thing too you got to remember is that they share the same offensive coordinator. So I do like Jayden Daniels. The thing is, I think he need to put on at least 10 pounds. I'll say about 10 pounds. I don't want to put too much weight on him, but he does need to gain a little bit of weight. But maybe that's not an issue, being that we got Bryce Young. We got small quarterbacks, so it may. We've seen quarterbacks like Doug Flutie make it in the NFL. Drew Brees. These guys aren't big, but it is a concern as far as I'm concerned. Jayden Daniels, he's a little bit small. He's had issues with injuries. He's been in the league, I believe, 5 years. If I'm not mistaken, he's been in college. That I think it was some injuries, and I think he took off a year. But I think the thing is too, like what I like about Jayden Daniels is he has confidence in his abilities. That's what I like most about Jayden Daniels, and he's from that area where Terry Fontenot there, so there's a connection there. He knows people in their area, so he knows the kid. I would not bet anything that the Falcons end up trading up to get him. Don't think that'll happen, but anything is possible. We've seen before that, you can't really trust the Falcons when it comes down to the quarterback position anyway. So it's like it's possible, but I do like Jayden Daniels for he does throw the deep ball a lot more consistently than most quarterbacks in this draft, and he definitely throws it a lot harder and a lot better. The things with Michael Penix too, what I'm saying with Michael Penix, he float the ball in the air, and in the NFL, that shit is gonna get you fucked up. But I'm not gonna go too deep on Michael Penix because I know it's gonna hurt y'all feelings about what I say about Michael Penix. He got way too many mechanical issues for me that I'm seeing as a major concern, and lost in the deep ball for me. Lost in the ball on his deep ball is a major concern for me. That's one thing that I see with Michael Penix that's already disturbing me. Um, but like I said, at the end of the day, man, it's about consistency. We got to start giving guys kudos for being consistent and not for not having potential. Yeah, Penix has a like I said, Penix definitely has what I call that Conference USA confidence. And like I said, this is gonna hurt y'all feelings when I say it. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. I don't like Michael Penix, his mental makeup. I don't like his mental makeup. I don't like the way how he throws off his back foot. Um, him throwing off his back foot. If you look at him, his weight transfer for me is not very good. He throws with a sidearm action. That's problematic for me. He does have great accuracy when he does have the time and he has that spot. But another thing too, when he throws to the right side of the field, he kind of loses a little bit of accuracy when he throws to the right side of the field. And when he's under pressure, he does this thing where he thinks he has more time than he actually does because he plays in a conference where they don't necessarily get after the quarterback, and most quarterbacks aren't used to consistent pressure. And when you're not used to consistent pressure, a quarterback like Michael Penix can have a little bit too much confidence in himself standing in the pocket. And when I've seen him play against UCLA, he threw a lot of bad errant throws. You can go back to that game and look at them when they did pressure him. He threw a lot of errant throws and a lot of throws that was errant because he got that Conference USA confidence where he knows that he has time, and in the NFL you can't assume that you have time because these guys are gonna strip the ball away. The DBs they're gonna jump on these routes and they're gonna wait for you. And like I said, you act like you got 5 seconds in the pocket. In the NFL, you're gonna get hurt. So it's a lot of things in Michael Penix that I'm seeing that's problematic. Playing against Texas, that defense just fucking god awful, and this is not a good. It's just not a good. Um, it's not a good game to really just gauge on how good he is. Again, I do think he has a major issue not really running. For a guy that is supposedly, he got to be better with his ability to run. Like I said, I think he has that Conference USA confidence where he think he got more time than and it's kind of like false bravado where you think you faster and quicker than your opponent, so you don't move as fast. Like it's like a game to him. Um, and when you playing against a Georgia, you loafing and things like that. Like you gonna get hurt playing against a Georgia and a Alabama and a Michigan, cause them dudes got some beasts. They got different types of animals on their defensive line. So it's gonna be interesting with Michael Penix to see how he performs against Michigan. I want to see how he performs with pressure in his face. Because Michigan, they like to use a lot of blitzes. They like to use a different types of um, sets as far as their formations and schemes coming at zone schemes, blitz, and those types of things. I want to see how he performs under that because, like I said, that's the thing I'm seeing. With he got a lot of false bravado when I'm saying with Michael Penix. But like I said, I do like the confidence. He does have confidence, and that's always a good thing. He does have extraordinary accuracy. His deep ball, he put way too much air. He floats the ball in the NFL, and when you got DBs like Jesse Bates, these guys are gonna make your ass a ham sandwich. Like they gonna make you like a goddamn toasty Torito. All right, they gonna eat his ass alive. All right, so it's a lot of stuff with Michael Penix that I don't like, but I do like the accuracy. You can always build on the accuracy, but his throwing motion I don't like. He throws off his back foot a way too much for me. His weight transfer when he throws isn't very good in my opinion because most quarterback when you're throwing off their back foot, um, and over time, that's going to lead to shoulder issues. So you got, like, if you look at Matt Ryan, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, they weight transfer. Aaron Rodgers is the perfect guy to look at when you talk about weight transfer and footwork. Like, you rarely see Aaron Rodgers throwing off his back foot. If he's throwing off his back foot, he running backwards and trying to avoid pressure. But Aaron Rodgers rarely gets you rarely see him throwing off his back foot. His weight transfer, back foot to front foot, is immaculate. So, like, watch how Michael Penix, how he constantly throws off his back foot. And for me, that like I said, that can lead to a lot of shoulder issues. I mean, look, you could just go look at the games where the teams that were better, he did not perform well. The defenses, when you had teams that had good defense, he did not perform well. But when he went against teams that actually, they didn't have defense, dude threw for like 300-400 yards. But this is the NFL. You're not going to see a lot of bad defenses like that. So and especially the defensive coordinators, I don't care like what team, you can be the sorry team in the league, but these defensive coordinators, they're gonna pick on those little things like that. They're gonna force you to go a certain way. They're gonna force you to look at this side and throw to this side. Like, you can't get away with those types of things in the NFL. And like I said, the thing with Michael Penix is too much thrown off his back foot. Is too much. Look, the spread, that RPO type of bullshit, I don't like that option shit. All right, it leads to bad habits. Too many screens and stuff like that in this offense, and in the NFL, that shit is just not going to work when you're throwing the ball that quick in the NFL. You got to be able to throw under the center. I don't like his footwork when he's under center. I haven't seen a lot of it, and that's another thing too. That's why Patrick Mahomes had to come to the NFL and sit sit and learn, because they did not throw. They weren't using a lot of process. So he was constantly in shotgun and constantly in pistol. So like I said, it's a lot of things that I see with Michael Penix that can be fixed. It's not like it can't be fixed, but I don't foresee him being a day one starter. He's going to have to learn and get rid of some bad habits. But I don't see him as a day one starter in the NFL. What are the most intangible for the quarterback? I mean, it's footwork. Footwork. Um, like most quarterbacks, you don't really have to worry about the brains. Most quarterbacks know, the fundamentals as far as how to studying the playbook and knowing plays and all that type. Like, most quarterbacks know that, especially when you playing in the spread. Like, the spread is making its way to the NFL, so you don't have to worry about that as far as plays and all that type of stuff, because a lot of NFL teams are going to spread RPO type of games, which is essentially the same thing. It's just on different design runs and things of that nature. So the spread and the option, the spread and the RPO, it's the same thing, just different types of reads when it comes down to it. The I think what I prefer, Dirty, is the intangibles. As far as what's most important, is always the footwork, because in the NFL, if you have bad footwork, it leads to shoulder issues. It leads to bad errant throws, and this is one of the things why guys like Tim Tebow was out of the league, because his footwork was just fucking horrible. Um, you have footwork. Your footwork leads to, because one thing, if you don't have the proper footwork, and you got to work on, you have to really train uh, on the footwork. That's why you see that shit that Dak be doing with his hips and stuff like that. It's all about proper footwork. Um, he be doing that little goofy ass dance. They made a whole meme out of it. Like that's all about footwork. So quarterback's footwork is the most important intangible that a quarterback has to learn. And when you're constantly throwing off your back foot, this is why he throws a lot of balls in the air, is because he's constantly throwing the ball off his back foot. They float in the air. But if you like Aaron Rodgers, if you look at him, like I said, Aaron Rodgers, he's the perfect quarterback when it comes down to fundamentals. This dude's footwork is fucking impeccable. I've never seen a quarterback outside of Dan Marino, like Aaron Rodgers and Dan Marino, their footwork was just fucking incredible. Peyton Manning is another one that was his footwork to study. But the weight transfer for a quarterback is very important. So the footwork for me is just like for any quarterback, that's the best thing you need to focus on. I mean, I'm doing both next too. But yeah, like the spread is like again. I get people tell me all the time the spread and the RPO ain't the same thing. It is, people. Okay, the RPO is just a version of the spread. All right, it's the same thing. It's quick reads. A lot of times, like the thing with Michael Penix is he doesn't run a lot. It's the same offense, but he doesn't run a lot. They don't use it as much because they got those. I don't know how the hell you say their wide receiver name, but Dunzy or whatever the hell his name is. They got so many good, talented wide receivers. They don't really need him to run like that. And plus, he's had some issues with injuries, so like he's not gonna run. But like it's the same. It's the option reads, those quick screens. It's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. But he doesn't run a lot. He can, but he doesn't run. You kind of saw it last night where they had some design runs and whatnot for him against Texas. Again, it's the RPO. It's the same thing. And the thing I say with that is, with the RPO and the spread offense is it dumbs down quarterbacks because they're getting taught to see one particular thing, and oftentimes when they get taught to see one particular thing, they're only looking at is 1-2 read. They're looking at where the DBs are and looking at where that defensive end is, and based on where that pressure, where they feel that pressure is going to come, that's what he's going to throw. So if you look at Michael Penix, a lot of times before the ball is even barely in his hands, he's already getting rid of it. It's again, that's the RPO option. It's the RPO option type of offense where you're just reading positions rather than reading the defense. But a lot of people argue me to death. Oh, it's not the same. It's the same thing, people. It's the Falcons ran that too when they was the Falcons ran it with the run and shoot. Warren Moon, he ran it too when he was in Houston. Juju, that's why I don't believe in Bo Nix. Every quarterback plays at Oregon throw for 10,000 yards. And see, that's the thing with, you can't get so infatuated with numbers. You got to look at the quality of throws when it comes down to the quarterback. The thing I see with Michael Penix is that everything is quick, get out of his hand fast. And then it's deep shots. Like, you rarely see him running for his life. That man wasn't running for his life all game last. In the NFL, you're going to be running for your life. You're going to throw under pressure. You did not see a lot of that all fucking year. And then when you did see it with him, he didn't perform well and he threw a couple of picks. Michael Penix has issues feeling pressure and understanding the pressure. That's the same thing that Desmond Ridder is struggling for. And another thing that I seen with Penix is that he doesn't like to get off his spot. That's the same thing what's wrong with Desmond Ritter. Desmond Ritter, he does a bad job of reading pressure, reading the blitzes, and reacting to those blitzes accordingly. And this is, again, this is why I say about the RPO, it leads to bad habits. Most quarterbacks who run those RPO, they don't feel pressure properly. Why? Because a lot of teams that run it, they don't have good offensive line. So what they do to kind of to help that, they get the ball out quick, and they use the quarterback's athleticism. And they, a lot of times, the quarterback, instead of them actually, stepping up to throw, they're waiting for the guys to blitz so they can run rather than actually fielding the pressure. And that's the thing with Desmond Ritter that he's having a problem with. He's having a problem fielding the pressure, reacting, stepping up, getting off that spot. Most RPO quarterbacks don't like to get off that spot. Just just look at Michael Penix and how he very seldom gets off of his spot. The same thing with Desmond Ritter. Y'all see exactly what I'm saying when you look at those, and they like to stick in the spot. Most RPO, the same thing with Jalen Hurts. That's why Jalen Hurts is he's having a hard time right now, is because he doesn't like to get off that spot. And when you run in that spread and that RPO, you're constantly in that one spot. That's why you want to mix things up, roll outs, roll to the left, roll to the right, step up, step back. You got to be able to move your quarterback around. The changes eye level. You got to be able to change that. And like I said, most of the quarterbacks that you see making mistakes, they don't like to get off a spot. Yeah, the same thing. He ran that same type of defense because they don't like to move off the spot. When that RPO spread offense, all it does is train your quarterback to stand in one spot. That's why when you see guys like Stetson Bennett and all these guys, when they go to the NFL, they get drafted higher because they end up playing in pro style offense. They use the spread and they under center. When, like, Michael Penix don't really play on the center a lot. So when he goes to the NFL, he's going to have to learn how to do that. And JB, like Jaden Daniels, like I said, with him, I've seen for him, I've seen him play. I've seen him play on the center. Like, it's different style. That's why most big time quarterbacks, they want to go to schools where they play in pro sets, because it's an easier transition for those guys when you play at Georgia, Alabama, LSU, because these guys gonna be on the center. Most quarterbacks that you see come and they play in spread offenses, those guys have a hard, and they are the quarterback that actually end up struggling, and they sit. Why? Because they're not used to playing under center. The thing is with C.J. Stroud is, I will give, this is the first time I'm gonna say this, but Ohio State, they did, and I think that had a lot to do with C.J. Stroud. It's like, nah, I'm gonna learn how to play under center too. They did prepare C.J. Stroud to play under center, unlike Justin Fields, and you kind of see why. You kind of see, the difference in the two. It's because one played under center. Ohio State did a better job of putting him in pro sets, and they didn't do that with Justin Fields. I'm gonna get Quinn Ewers too. Yeah, Clay, that's what they said. It really cuts down their reaction time, because one, a lot of quarterbacks aren't used to. They're used to surveying the field when they're in the shotgun, and then when you under center, it's a different look. Like I said, it cuts. For one, it cuts down your reads. Most quarterbacks who play in the shotgun, those guys, they already surveying the field before they even get to the ball. But when you playing on the center, it's a different eye levels. And two, you playing under these big ass defensive tackles like Calais Campbell, defensive end like Calais Campbell, so you can't see over those guys. And then when you're in the shotgun, you got a better look, a better view. So like I said, it's a lot that goes into that playing in the shotgun. But like I said, the thing too about playing in the process, the I formations and playing under center, it's better for your run game, and it's actually better for the quarterback. Um, a lot of them, when you playing in the process, they're not used to linebackers being in the middle of the field. So that's why a lot of quarterbacks, if you ever see the quarterbacks, you see most quarterbacks, especially the younger quarterbacks, they're not used to playing under center, and they're not used to playing with those many linebackers in the middle of the field. They're not used to playing with linebackers in the middle of the field. So that's why you see a lot of young quarterbacks, they make more mistakes, whether it's handling the ball. Uh, and you see a lot of young quarterbacks, they throw interceptions to linebackers because they're not used to those linebackers being in the middle of the field, surveying the field. So you got to get these quarterbacks used to that. And the earlier, the better. So like you don't want to get a quarterback to the NFL and he's never played under center and recognizing, all right, most quarterbacks in college, they used to seeing one or two linebackers in the midfield, not three. I mean, to be honest, I know a lot of people probably say Caleb Williams, but I like Caleb does throw a good ball. He is accurate, but the thing is, a lot of he reminds me too much of Kyler Murray, and he has to be on the roll. He has to be on the roll a lot. I don't. If he's going to play quarterback, it's going to have to be a system where he plays. It has to be a spread where he plays shotgun most of the time. I don't think Kyler Murray, but I don't think Caleb would be good in a traditional I formation, single eye, single back. But yeah, like I said, he like I'm not saying Penix can't be a first round pick, but he got a lot of mechanical issues. And if he doesn't fix those, they're gonna be y'all. Everything y'all hear me saying now, y'all gonna hear in this combine because it's coming. Y'all gonna hear it and y'all gonna think back and say, "Damn, Mike did say this." But like I said, I'm not saying that Michael Penix is a bad quarterback. He does have ability. He can be pretty good, but there's a lot of mechanical things with him that could be problematic. And you're gonna see these scouts. They're gonna pick them apart. They do quarterbacks like this every year. They're gonna pick them apart. So all I'm doing is giving y'all a head start on hearing this shit. Um, I have spoke on Drake May. Drake May, in my opinion, is the most pro ready as far as his his the formations. He's playing under center. He's playing shotgun. I've seen him under pressure. I've seen him. I mean, obviously we've seen him under pressure because he played at North Carolina, and they don't have a great offensive line there, and they don't have the greatest talent. They do have talent, but they don't have the greatest talent. So you've seen him under pressure. You've seen him throw the deep ball. He has a good deep ball. He can move in the pocket. He reminds me of Ben Roethlisberger. as far as his moving in the pocket, his ability to run. Um, is it's a mix between Ben Roethlisberger and Trevor Lawrence when I look at Drake May, without the size. But I like Drake May's ability to throw play action. He has nice touch over the middle of the field. I don't like him throwing to the sidelines yet. I don't think he has a big time arm, but I do like his ability to throw in the middle of the field with touch and that type of stuff. He's really good at throwing in the middle of the field with touch, almost kind of like a Matt Ryan. Uh, doesn't have a big time arm, but Matt Ryan, Drew Brees, those guys who don't have a big time arm to be able to throw outside the numbers consistently like that with power. But I do like his ability to throw with touch, the athleticism. I like his accuracy and his ability to throw the ball over the middle of the field. So I do like Drake, man. I think he's probably the most polished quarterbacks as far as him being easier to make that transition to the NFL, being that he played under center and in shotgun. Bo Nix, he has that Desmond Ritter effect. Like Bo definitely has a big time arm. I think if Bo Nix can just stop being a fucking clown and stop turning the ball over, tripping over his feet and shit like that, like he's just a damn clown. Like Bozo the fucking clown when he's on the fucking field. He's just a damn goof. Has the biggest arm, but he does some of the goofiest shit. Like, dude, like he got like 3 left feet. I'm saying he'll trip over nothing and he'll throw to nobody and the dude athleticism is out of this fucking world. Like I think if anything, if he can, if Bo Nix can cut down on the goofy shit, he's just a fucking clown. Like I said, it's almost like watching Desmond Ritter. He's just a turnover waiting to happen. And you know what you know what I'm saying when I say this about Bo Nix. Like he has all the ability with his arm. Like the dude has amazing arm. He can make all the throws, but he's just a damn clown. But if you can put him in a system where you dumb him down, I think he will probably have the most potential of a quarterback if you can just somehow get him to stop being a fucking clown. But like I said, I think if he were to come out, I think he would be the most. He would probably go to a team like a Green Bay, where he would just learn to calm himself down, learn the fundamentals, get proper footwork. I think Bo Nix would probably be one of the most uh, um, gifted quarterbacks. Because, like I said, the dude can do everything. He can run. The dude has phenomenal athleticism, but he's just a damn clown. Yeah, Taylor Heineke. That Taylor Heineke. But like I said, man, I think being that um, Bo Nix isn't in this draft, um, what I say about Michael Penix, I say Michael Penix, you just gotta sit him down. I'm not starting him. He got way too many mechanical issues. So if the Falcons were to go after him, I wouldn't be mad. But it's going they need for him. They need him to have a good quarterback coach. Too many players, too many quarterbacks in this draft need quarterback. Like they got too many fundamental issues for me. I mean, I'll say this: if I were, I know this probably gonna sound crazy as hell to these Bears fans, but if I were them, I would take Jaden Daniels. I would trade Justin Fields. I just think Justin Fields is just too stupid. I'm sorry, bro. I really am. I just don't think I don't think Justin Fields is smart. I really think his thing is he's too into himself. He doesn't want to learn how to be a quarterback. I just don't think he's smart. I really think he's a fucking idiot. Like he just don't want to get better. Like you see him do the same dropbacks, the same throws. He do the same thing every game. It's nothing different. He hasn't improved as a quarterback. Like I just think he's fucking stupid. Like how you in your third year going your fourth year and you've yet to improve going through your progressions. That's fucking stupid, bro. Like I said, he has all the ability, the skills in the world, but like you just look at him, it's just nothing has changed about Justin. He's exactly who he is, and he's exactly what he's always been. And I'm hearing that he might be going to the Jets. To be honest, the Jets, no, it's rumors, but they saying that Aaron Rodgers thing might be done. And if it's done, I can guarantee you Aaron Rodgers is going to be Atlanta Falcons. Ha ha! Y'all heard that there. You heard it first. Yeah, y'all heard me. Aaron Rodgers to the Atlanta Falcons. If they trade for Justin Fields, Aaron Rodgers will be in the Atlanta Falcons. I started some shit there, didn't I? That man in his third year, kill. Like, boy, that man in his third year, he's still making the same mistakes that Desmond Ritter and still putting up the same number that Desmond Ritter is. Get the hell out of here. Y'all been smoking under the bridge. I mean, why you say that? That's what I want to know. A Rod is not going to be in the league long, so that's why I say bring A Rod to Atlanta for a year, develop a quarterback, whether it's Ritter or whomever, and then let him learn for a year under him and let him go about his way. Because I think that's where the Falcons are headed. I don't have any proof. I just want to, see what they say towards the end of the year. But like I said, he come here for a year, um, play with these weapons, Bijan, Kyle Pitts, Drake. Like he's had a receiver like Drake and Jordy Nelson, so he know how to throw to a guy like Drake and Pitts. So it's like you bring him, play with this team. You add a draft pick to you add a defensive lineman with Grady Jarrett. Grady Jarrett to be somewhere between 8 and 10, week 10. If he can't come back earlier, or he'll be around somewhere around mid-season. Um, and you bring in A Rod for a year, and Falcons just try to go out their way to go forward. But like I said, I don't have any proof to say this. I'm not like these other motherfuckers that say I got proof. I'm just saying that this is something to think about as far as A Rod, because like if they're done in New York with that A Rod um, experiment, because I did hear that they could be in on Justin Fields. It's possible, but like I said, they might be done with the A Rod experience, and A Rod might be done with it himself. And like I said, the Falcons are a young team. They have defensive pieces, and why not try to, bring A Rod in and try to make a playoff push? Thing is just making a, like I said, thing is just 1 year. You don't have to do this for 5, 6 years with him. I mean, A Rod over Wilson. both of them old, man. Like I said, I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not saying that it is possible, okay? I'm just throwing it out there. And the same thing for us too. Like I said, I'm just throwing it out there for us. So like I said, we don't know what happened and what the Falcons are thinking. Like I said, it's just me thinking out loud, as Coach say. So I hope I don't get 15 DM saying, Mike, you tripping about A-Rod too. All right. But yeah, that experiment in New York might be done with A-Rod. That's what I'm hearing. So with that being said, man, like I said, I appreciate everybody for joining. Um, at the end of the day, Falcon fans, let this we gotta let this damn love affair with Georgia go. Right? Not everybody from Georgia gonna be good. All right. Not everybody from Georgia is good. All right. Just because you went to the University of Georgia, that don't mean the Atlanta Falcons have to draft them. All right, and they don't have to trade for them. And my thing with this Justin Fields thing, it's like I don't want nobody who ain't proved shit. Justin Fields ain't proved a damn thing. Right? He just looked good on the field. That's all it is. Right? That's all. That's why people want him. He looks good on the field. And it reminds y'all of Friday Night Madness. It reminds people of just Friday night football in high school. That's why people love Justin Fields. I hate to say it like that, but that's the truth. It ain't nothing. The dude ain't good. All right. Not that he can't improve, but he hasn't improved. Okay. He's done nothing of the sorts to improve. He has good games and then he reverts right back to the bad. All right, so until he puts together solid numbers and solid games, we got to stop putting this guy on a pedestal for something that he's never proved. He's never won anything. He's never done anything, and he's been exactly him. So until he shows us consistency, stop all this. He's Michael Vick and all this goofy shit. He's not. He's done nothing. Okay. He doesn't deserve all this adulation. He don't deserve all this praise because he's done nothing. He's done nothing. Stop it. He's not a winner. He's a loser. All right. He's a loser. Justin Fields is a loser. But at the end of the day, if the Falcons decide that they want to take a chance on him, you already know what he's gonna be. Look, he a Falcon. He a Falcon, and I'm gonna support my Falcons. So at the end of the day, that's your boy Mad Mike. I'm out of here. Peace.